Hello, and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. Today I'm going to be looking at a beer that is not craft at all, and in fact, I don't know if we can really call it a beer, but we will see. I'm going to be looking at a series of beers actually from a large home center in Japan called Cainz, and that's spelled Cainz. And Cainz is a store or business that was started in 1958, and in 1978 they opened their first home center in Ibaraki, Japan. And by 2015 they had over 200 stores. By 2023, this year, they had 234 stores and over 13,000 employees. They're part of a group called Beisia, which I think is more common in the northern part of the Kanto region of Japan, Koshinetsu perhaps, so they are part of this large group, which is a group of supercenters. Where you can buy almost anything. And in Cainz stores, they do sell all manner of goods. You can buy, food and snacks and drinks and home supplies. But Cainz specializes in what we call DIY, do-it-yourself. So there's a large section of the stores that have materials for home projects, home improvement projects, that sort of thing. Okay, so let's look at several beers from Cainz. And here is the beer from Cainz. It is called Kogane Black. And again, this is Cainz home centers that have contract their brewed probably to SAB Miller, large brewery in Vietnam, they say. This is a donko or tamale, and in rate beer terms, Untapped calls it a happoshu, which is a low malt or fortified beer, fortified with alcohol, 5% and 330 milliliters. So it's not a 350, which is the standard size, but some breweries are doing this now, cutting down to 330, and I guess maybe not changing the price. So Rate Beer gives 4 ratings, and the average is 1.78 out of 5. So we're getting really down there, pretty low. Untapped 34 ratings, and the average is 2.47, quite a bit higher. Ingredients include malt, rice, sugar, alcohol, hops, barley spirits, carbonation added, and some caramel color. So you get all this stuff into the beer, and we'll see what happens. The Cainz white, I was a bit surprised by. It seemed to mask, the wheatiness seemed to mask the nastiness of the barley spirits and so forth. And we'll see if this one does too. Perhaps a darker beer will be able to mask some of that, but I don't think this is going to be great. We'll see. 98 yen. That's the selling point for these beers, is that they're so cheap. 108 yen with tax, which comes out to 73 cents only US, and in euro terms it would be 0.68 euros, less than a single euro. I have rated this, but it was almost 10 years ago or so a long time ago. Shall we see how this one goes? Or not? My cat is up here, she's not interested. Okay, now it is rather dark. I might call it pitch brown, and it does have can't see the carbonation of course, but it does have about a half a finger of very dark tan foam. And aroma. Okay, here's some mild chocolate. Maybe milk chocolate with some sugar added or something. Even a touch of ashiness, maybe. Okay, so the aroma's not terrible. And as I suspected, it has kind of masked the nastiness of the alcohol and barley spirits added, and probably the low quality of the malt as well. Well, the malt they claim is fine malt from Germany. Again, mild chocolate, maybe something like raisins, sugar, very light sweet finish. Yeah, this is tolerable. I did rate this 2.1 about 10 years ago when I had it. And again, they're masking the nasty parts that they put in by the dark malt. So this is actually drinkable. A little bit flat in the finish. And it's fine through mid-palate. Kind of fades out slowly, and hops make almost no impression whatsoever. So once again, this is called Cainz Kogane Black, a dunkel from the Cainz Home Center Company. You can try this or not. It's certainly not the worst of the bunch, and there are, I think, 7 I'm trying, and they make a total of 8 that they make. So give it a go or not, and let me know your experience with Cainz beers if you've had any. Okay, take care. Bye bye.